All right, so today we're talking about Ekapada Sirsasana, and it is a second series pose. Happens about middle of the sequence. One of the hard things about it is obviously you put the leg behind the head, but the other is that we jump into it, or we jump into around the arm. So Abby's going to jump around the left arm, and you can see that there's the straight leg that comes through the center, and then obviously the left leg goes around the left arm. Okay? From here, she's got to figure out how to get her leg behind her head. There's a couple of techniques. One is that the knee joint needs to be open greater than 90 degrees. That basically permits all of the action to happen in the hip instead of twisting in the knee. Twisting in the knee is semi-normal, but you don't want to overdo it there because that's how you would hurt your knee when you're doing leg behind the head. The whole journey of this is that you put it behind and you're trying to maintain as straight a spine position as you possibly can before you go down. You do not want to dump into your back or you're going to pay for it. So don't do that. So left leg goes behind. You can see her kind of go outside with it, and then she starts the pulling down process. The calf has to move out of the way, and then from here the shoulder has to basically reach into it as she's sort of like pulling and navigating it down. Her hands are in prayer, but before she goes down, what has to happen is there has to be sort of like this upright seated position that occurs. Once this goes on, then what we're trying to do is come up and over this leg and hollow out the belly so it's not this huge round, okay? The rounding is somewhat normal, rounding, but you'll see some people like overly round in their lower back, and when that happens is you're just kind of like, you're like setting yourself up to be hurt, and you don't want that to happen. You also see it in people's neck as well. All right, so once this happens, we do 5 breaths, and then inhale up, and we exhale, okay? The transition out of it is basically a third series posture, which is called chakrasana. The shin and chin are going to be put together, and there's a slight pause. So inhale up, she chills, finishes her breath, and then exhale back to chaturanga, and inhale upward dog, and exhale back to downward dog. So sit upright, get that knee behind, or that leg behind the head so there's no twisting in the knee. Hollow out the belly as you go over the leg, and try not to twist the head so that you can keep all of your back and your neck safe.